Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Mumble Elite here. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I know I am. Now, last week we didn't do a Motivation Monday, and this week I feel like doing Motivation Monday today on a Sunday. So we're gonna do this one a little early. I might have something still Monday. We'll see. But I get this question asked a lot. How to start streaming. How to become a streamer. How to actually get the gear or things necessary to start streaming, and how to grow an audience. So I feel like I can explain things, maybe if this is your first time seeing a video like this of mine. I can show you, the right or wrongs that I've seen. This is speaking out of experience. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying I'm a big streamer. I still consider myself a small streamer, but I feel like I've been here long enough where I've seen a lot of things happen, and I can tell you what to avoid and maybe some good things to do. Now, if you guys are watching this on, I don't know what day it is. It's Sunday, I know for sure. It's January, I know. I don't know what day it is though, but I'll be doing a 10-hour live stream today from 2 p.m. Central Time to midnight. So if you guys want to come watch, feel free. The link will be in the description. Twitch.tv/Mumble Elite. But the main focus of this video is going to be very hit or miss for some people. Some people might get it, some people might not get it. Some people might agree with me, some people might not, might just disagree straight up. And that's fine. Everyone has their opinions, and I want their opinions to be heard. Now, if you've never seen my style of making these type of videos, I don't like to do cuts. You might say, oh, that's just because he's lazy, he doesn't want to edit. No, I feel like coming from a streamer, whatever you say, you don't get the opportunity to cut, remove it, make it look better for yourself. Whatever I say is what I say, and you can't take it back. So I feel like this style of video, especially for speaking to you guys about how to stream, is going to be a lot more beneficial to you. And I just want to let you know that if you do disagree with me, I really want to hear your feedback. Instead of just hitting that dislike button, I really want you to go in the comments and let me know maybe why you disagree. We can have a conversation. That's the second best way you can reach me today, is by leaving a comment on this video and letting me know what you think. Even if you agree, if you want to write a long comment about some topics or specific points, that'd be fantastic. I'm a little out of breath. I just came back from working out. Thought I'd make this video. But the number one way is, like I said, I'll be doing a 10-hour live stream today. Feel free to come to the live stream on Twitch and let me know in chat, hey, I just watched your video. I disagree about this topic, or I agree about this topic. And I would love to have a conversation, because I feel like a lot of these things, you have to have a conversation. You can't just watch a video. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So where should we start? I think we should start with when you're starting a channel, whether it be YouTube, making videos, streaming, or Twitch streaming. There's some things you have to know. I feel like one of those things is there's a lot of people who start and instantly want to see success. They think they're worth so much and want to instantly see success, and if they don't see it, they don't think it's worth their time. And that is a good way to just start off on a wrong foot. I just want to say that straight up. If that's how you're viewing success, is by a number, stop right now. You're not building a community, and you're not going to be able to do this in the long run if that's your goal. A lot of people want to do this as a full-time job, but don't know how long it takes to have this be a full-time job, how hard it is. So let's put this into realization. I like comparing things. I feel like a lot of different aspects in life have the same general ideas. You might disagree on my analogies, but I'm going to relate a lot of the stuff I'm about to talk about to working out, because I just worked out and I've been doing both things for a while, streaming and working out, and I feel like they have a lot in common. So one of these things is, if you look at someone working out and, they're just starting, they go to the gym and they see someone really big, you don't know how long it took that person to find that success. Whether that person views it as success or they're big or not is up to them. You might view it as something else than the person who's actually working out. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people look at people who start going to the gym and post it on social media, oh, I'm going to the gym, gonna make some gains, baby. And they post it every single day. They're going, but they're not really going. Either they lie about going, or they go to the gym for 10 minutes, don't do much, then leave. You're not going to find success from that. You're not going to get to a point where you want to be as big as you want to be, lose as much weight as you want to be, whatever aspect of working out it is. You're never going to get to where you want to go unless you put in the work. And the reason I bring this up is I see a lot of people who start streaming, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or any site, and automatically want an audience. Automatically want people there, automatically want this amount of followers, this amount of subs, want Twitch affiliate, Twitch partnership, YouTube verified, everything. It doesn't happen overnight. And I see a lot of people go down this path where they think to themselves, what's the quickest way I can go about this? What's the quickest way I can hit this number? That's a very dangerous path. And the reason I bring this up is you're only as strong as your base. You might have heard this in quotes all the time, but think of it this way. If you don't have a starting point and you're heavily relying maybe on views, clickbait, thumbnails, things like that to get you a quote unquote audience, when that doesn't work anymore, you're going to see who's actually really there for you. And if you are starting streaming or you've been streaming for a while or you make YouTube videos, you probably have a good idea about what a community is. And if you don't, think about this. For me, I started making videos on YouTube. I never thought I would hit 100 subscribers when I did. That was the best feeling in the world. But at the time, I really didn't have a community. Maybe it was people who checked out my channel, wanted to grow off of me, so they would leave a comment like they do on everyone's video. Be like, oh my gosh, I love this content. I make the same kind of content. Want to support me and I'll support you. And they might like the video. They might subscribe to me. And then at the time, I would maybe subscribe to them and watch their content. And that might work to get you to like 100 subs. But after that, if you think about it, if you want, let's say, 1 million subscribers, you're not going to be able to subscribe to 1 million channels, keep up with 1 million channels. It doesn't work that way. That's a very small mindset. And if you enjoy doing that, I'm not telling you to stop doing it. You can, if you want to support other small streamers, support other small channels or any channel for that means. I'm not here to tell you who to support or how to go about it, but I'm telling you, if you're trying to get to that next level, if you're trying to find success, you have to build a community of people who are there for you, not for them. Because it is very easy for people to come in with the mindset of, oh, I can grow a sub a day if I find a channel who, if I can go support them, they'll support me. And that's just going to get you in a rut. It's going to keep you in the place. And you'll find out real quickly, most people's intentions are about themselves and not you. And you might see that for yourself too. Oh, this person might like my video every day. Now this person might come to the live stream, but I don't have to go to theirs. They'll just keep coming back here. False. That's the same thing with people going to the gym. I like saying when people go to the gym, I use like steroids, performance enhancing drugs as like clickbait. Think about clickbait. You're trying to get the most amount of views, the most amount of subscribers, everything as quick as you can. Instead of putting in the work every single day, going to the gym and things like that, you want to get something quicker than other people in an unnatural way. And you might see a lot of people on YouTube clickbaiting, and that's basically what YouTube has become. People aren't getting the AdSense they once did before. They're not getting the same amount of subs before. So you see a bunch of people try to take that leap, try to rely on other things other than their content to take them there. And you really see what happens when people do that. When you see channels based specifically off of clickbait and they don't have a community, when they stop clickbaiting, they don't see the success that they once did, and then they normally fall off. And when I say fall off, I mean stop uploading, stop putting out content, because they don't feel accomplished. That's another thing. I love streamers, I love content creators who feel accomplished at like 100 subs or less than that. If you feel accomplished at any level, and this is anything, whether it's going to the gym, whether that's your job, whether that's school, if you feel accomplished at any level, that is a great thing to have. No one says to themselves, I want to be depressed, I want to be sad, I don't want to feel accomplished. Everyone wants to feel good about themselves. And at any level, if you can feel good about what you're doing, you are going to be able to do it in the long run if you keep it up. Now, I say this a lot because I've been at positions where I've had very little subscribers, very little followers, and felt really good about myself. But then through the process of growing, through the process of doing different things, maybe trying to get subs quicker than other people, you lose sight of what's really important. You try to chase a number, and when you do that, normally your love for what you're doing becomes about the number. If you're not seeing the number anymore, you're not seeing success, which is completely false. You got to build that community. This is a very hard thing to talk about because a lot of people are closed-minded, and I was one of them. Like I said, I'm not perfect either. I don't want to sit here and just tell you things. I want to tell you what I've done wrong because, like I said, A lot of the things I bring up, I've done in the past and don't work out. I brought up before 100 subscribers trying to get there, supporting other people, having the right intentions. If I support you, you can support me. Like I said, that doesn't get you to where you want to be, that long-term goal. Same thing with that is, I don't know if you knew in the past, like sub for shout out. That was the thing a lot of streamers did, was if you put subscribe for shout out in your video, you put your title of your stream, then the end in parentheses or something, sub for shout out. You might increase the amount of people who like your video, subscribe to your channel, view that video, and all the numbers might be going up. And you think to yourself, this is a fantastic thing. Why don't I do this for every stream? It works. There's nothing bad about this. When you do that, you got to look at what other people think, not just yourself. For you, your numbers go up, so you see nothing wrong with it. For other people, you got to think of their intentions. Me, I know a bunch of people who would come into my streams, like the video, subscribe, hang out for a little bit, and then leave. They just want to see their name pop up on screen. They don't care about your content. They're not growing to your community. They are literally there for themselves, trying to see a number come up or subscribe and ask in chat, yo, can you shout me out? Everyone check my channel. And you just get a bunch of I don't know how to say it. People are only there for themselves, and that doesn't make a good chat. That doesn't make a good community, and you're not going to see it grow off of that. You might see a number go up, but the community is not going to grow for the most part. The same thing I think is true with automated messages. At one point on Twitter, I had an automated message for anyone who followed me. It'd be like, hey, hopefully your day's going good. If you want to take a moment and check out my channel, feel free to do so. At the time, I thought that was a fantastic thing, People decide to follow me on Twitter. They have the option or not if they want to check out my stuff. You're not forcing them to subscribe. You're not forcing them to do anything. But at the time, I didn't see what was still wrong about it. And I feel like the thing that's wrong about it is whether you followed each other or not, your first basic interaction with them is asking for something. How many times for small streamers or any video makers do you see those comments on your videos or comments in your stream of people just coming in? You maybe haven't seen them in chat before and asking instantly, yo, I love your streams. Can I have everyone, can you raid me? I'm live right now. Everyone subscribe to my channel? I'll subscribe with like 7 different accounts. And it doesn't help. You might see a number go up because that person subs thinking that, oh, this person can help me too. But it's always a double-edged thing, If you're asking them for something, in their head, it's logical. Hey, if they're asking me for something, I should ask them for something in return. That's the way it is in life normally, right? If you help me out, I'm supposed to help you out. It's a double-edged sword, and it doesn't last in the long run. You might see numbers go up for a bit of time, but then they'll go back down. And what I mean by that is, think about it like this. To grow an audience, not number, to grow a fan base, to grow your community, you have to be able to take people who are there from the start, grow that, keep that circle there, and bring it to wherever you are nowadays. What a lot of people have happened to their channels, and sadly it's happened to mine too, is you have a lot of people who are there in your community, regardless of what you do, what game you play. They might try to make every stream they can, but slowly they might fade away. They might not like the game you're playing anymore, might get busy at work, school, might be pursuing this themselves and have less time invested in coming to you. If they still support you, that's a fantastic thing, but a lot of times the people who you think will be there forever kind of fade away, and it's happened with my channel, it's happened with a lot of channels. You will still have that community of people who are there for you, but it normally goes from maybe a bigger number at some point during the summer to during the school year, not as many people. And you can't look at that as you're failing. I look at as if I'm able to make you follow your dream, follow what it is you want to do, if I'm able to have you see success, that makes me feel accomplished. If you were here a lot during the summer, but during the school year, you're like, hey, Mumbo, sorry I'm not here a lot, I want to try to do as best as I can in school. That's my goal. I want to get A's in every single class. And then during winter break, you come in and say, hey, Mumbo, I'm on break right now. Just wanted to let you know that I got all A's in my classes. Thank you for giving me the support. Thank you for telling me I could do it. That makes me feel proud about myself. And I don't want this to sound self-centered, but I've had things like that happen, and it's a fantastic thing to see. If you generally care about the people who are supporting you, and you see their success, whatever it is they do in life, it's a very fantastic thing to do. And I feel like a lot of people, what happens is they might get big too early. What I mean by that is they might have an increased amount of audience with comments where they're not able to read every single one or read chat at all. And they're only focused on playing the game, and they're only focused on seeing the new subscribers that pop up, see the donations. You're not able to build that connection as much with people. I feel like it's beneficial if you're able to start with a smaller fan base, grow with that. And if it gets to a point where you can't read every single comment, you still try to make the effort to read as many as you can. People acknowledge that, They're not going to hate you for being like, oh, I wish you weren't big anymore, or wish you were small like you were before, where you're able to read every single comment. If they're there for you, if they want to see you succeed, they will put up with whatever happens in the long run. Give me a second, guys. We've been going on 15 minutes, so I want to keep wrapping this up. I want to keep going, but I think that's the biggest thing people need to realize is it's harder than it looks. A lot of people see a number and be like, oh, that person has 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers in my case, or 10,000, 100,000, or a million, and they're doing this as their job. I can do that. I can play video games and make money off of it. It's not as easy as it looks, guys. It takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of ups and downs, being able to go through them, and you gotta love it. The number one reason people stop uploading, stop streaming, basically give up, is not because AdSense isn't there anymore. For some people, if they're only chasing the money, that's what you'll see. They might stop uploading because it's not getting them as much money as they once did. But a lot of the times what you see happen is, and I've had this experience too, as a live streamer, you're doing it on a daily basis normally for plenty of hours a day. If you're not enjoying the games you're playing anymore, if you're not enjoying streaming, you're not going to want to do it. It doesn't matter how big your audience is. If you don't want to do something in life, you're probably not going to want to do it. You're going to stop doing it. You got to be able to overcome all those things. Whether it's taking constant breaks, or I don't know exactly how to put it, but you need to be able to continue something during long periods of time, whether it's you don't stream anymore or maybe make videos instead. You got to keep that fan base there. You got to keep that community there, because the second you give up on that community, the second you let it go away and say, oh, they'll be here when I get back. Maybe some of them will, but you won't have as many as you had before. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with doing that. I believe if you want to take a break from something, if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't be forced to do it. But the biggest thing I see is people who will take like a couple months break, maybe a year break, come back and expect to see the same success they once had. No, it doesn't work like that. And think about it this way. If you're rising in subs, rising in views, and everything's going in a up direction, at some point you're going to hit a plateau. You're not going to see as much success. You're going to ride that wave as long as you can, but it's going to go down eventually. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It's just the way the internet works. You see a lot of people who are able to do this for their job. They're able to ride that wave and keep it going and keep it going and keep it going. But as we see on YouTube recently, there's a lot of people who try to cross that line. Maybe not get as many views as they once did. So what can I do to get even more views? What can I do? Whether it's clickbait, whether it's push the boundaries of what's acceptable on the platform just to see their numbers increase. That's a very dangerous thing in the world. And just because you're not getting as many views doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. That's the biggest thing I see is so many people base success off of views, off of sub count. I'm here to tell you that is not the case at all. If you're a streamer and you do this for a job, any streamer, I can guarantee you, tells you the most money they make off the platform they're on, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, is off of donations, whether it's Twitch, just like out of PayPal, Twitch subscriptions, which is basically like $4 or $5 per month, depending on what time of the year it is. YouTube sponsorship, which is the same thing. It's like $5 per month, and you get a nice little badge next to your name in each. You see a lot of the income come off of those things. And then you get an additional income off the views and stuff. But the views, the amount of AdSense you make, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, is nowhere close to even the amount of views, even the amount of money you'll make off of people supporting you and wanting to see you do this as a job. It's always been about people. It will always be about people, regardless of what happens, whatever you do in life. It will always be about people. You got to work on relationships. It's not about views. Quality over quantity. Community over number. And yeah, I think about it, guys. We hit 20 minutes. If you're still here at the end of the video, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, I'd really like to hear your guys' point of views down below in the comments. If you want to come to my Twitch, you want to come talk to me in there, feel free to do so, homies. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to make this video go live around the time when I start streaming. If you did enjoy, feel free to smack the like button. If you really think people need to hear this, share the video. I did kind of ramble a little bit, talked about different topics. That's the way I like to do things. Some videos will be straight to the point. I'll have like a list of everything I want to talk about. But some of this stuff, you just kind of have to let free flow. Whatever comes in the mind, you got to speak. That's what this type of video was. And hopefully I can do more of these in the future, because I feel like there's a lot of information still that you guys need to know about being a streamer. If you want specifics, like I said, the best thing you can do is contact me while I'm streaming in terms of coming in the stream and asking these questions, because you'd be surprised how many people have the same questions. And nothing's better than to learn while watching someone else do what it is they love. For me, I love YouTube, love streaming, I love Twitch. Whatever platform I'm on, I will keep doing it. If I don't enjoy it, I might not do it anymore. But, I've constantly enjoyed this for about 2 years now, and there's no reason I'm not going to keep it up. Whether I have to get a job, whether I have to keep doing school, if I have to put less time into this, I'll put less time into it. But I'll always be out here grinding. Till the day I die, I will put in work. I'm a firm believer of you can't see progress without putting in the work. I'll keep doing that. So, yeah. It's been your boy Mumbly, and I'm out. Peace.